Welcome back to AirSplat on Demand. I'm Jake.
And I'm Kristen.
And today we're going over the KJW KP06 Hi Capa.
That is a mouthful.
Yeah. This gun is definitely a handful as well. That's what she said. Oh!
Or is it? Okay, so
this is under our gas blowback section. We got it listed at $124.99.
So as far as real steel goes for this model, there really isn't much of one. The Hi Capa Airsoft pistols seem to have a pretty big following. They were originally made by Tokyo Murray, but instead of copyrighting it, there were legal issues. They decided just to make it their own series. So today, the term is pretty much used for any kind of 1911-esque gun with a double sec mag.
Yeah, with a very custom race-ready look. Just to go into the term race-ready, which is what this gun pretty much is, it comes from the practical shooting community. So anyone who's involved with IPSC or anything of that sort, the idea being that a race-ready gun is literally like having a gun ready to race. Out of the box, it's designed for competition, speed reloads, accuracy,
standoffs,
recoil, etc. Sort of like buying a Shelby GT500. So you're taking a Mustang, and all of a sudden you've got a car that's ready to compete on the street or on the track. So
it's a good analogy.
It is.
I dig the Mustang analogies. They're good.
Yeah. Well, IPSC and like practical shooting, that's a whole other history. Just to dive in a little bit with that, it came about in the 1970s with the use of pistols for self-defense. So with that, you started getting into more competitions. Let's see how many targets we can hit, how many obstacles we can negotiate, and let's time it. And then let's also test people on speed, accuracy, and the amount of power. So and that's what, and then eventually it evolved into what we have now as IPSC or even 3-gun competitions.
So to go over a few of the external features on this model, obviously it comes in black. One thing I really like is the enlarged magwell opening. It makes it easier to load your magazine without missing.
Yeah, the other feature this gun has is the illuminated fiber optic sights. So great for daytime, perfect for getting your gun on sight a lot faster. Plus it's got the rail system up in front, so if you want to attach any sort of laser or anything like that to get your gun up faster, that's what it's there for.
One thing I also really like about this, and I say this about a lot of the 1911s, is the grip is super comfortable and it has a really good weight. I really feel like I have good control.
Yeah, plus it's also got an ambidextrous safety,
which is always nice.
Yeah. So just to go over a few of the internal features of this gun, it's got your basic KJW 1911 guts, which is it's a TM clone, so there's plenty of upgrades available out there. One thing that I'm particularly fond of on the KJW Hi Capas is the fact that there's no release plate on the front of the gun, which tend to be prone to breaking with continuous use. With the use of this beveled barrel, as you can tell, it prevents that need of having that part. So the gun can keep going and going and going without having to worry about breaking stuff.
Now, when we clocked it, we had it shooting consistently at about 320 feet per second, so really packs a nice little hit there. It doesn't feel good. And one thing I also really liked about it was the trigger reset is really smooth, so it makes it easy for, obviously quick fire, or, you just want to empty your whole mag, real quickly. You can keep it in a very tight area.
Yeah. The weight and the balance of it made the gun so easy to control. Mm-hmm. It'd be devastating if you in any sort of game, or even in a practical shooting competition.
All right. So to wrap this up a little bit, I would say this is a great out-of-the-box race-ready gun. I really like it. I really like shooting it. I like the weight. I like the feel. It looks badass. It is badass.
Yeah. I still can't get over how easy it is and how smooth that action feels, literally.
Yeah, I recommend it. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to AirSplat on Demand. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Jake.
And we'll see you back soon.